Hello, collective. Help me take my glasses off. Hello, collective. I'm back. It's Patience, your favorite psychic medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness. I'm here doing another random collective read to see what Spirit wants us to know, to help you get a higher perspective of your linear views. I'm your astral journalist, reading the timelines. I don't know if it's past, present, or future. Okay, keep in mind that energy has no genders, and so you have to put it where it fits. Don't make it fit, please. And remember that if this isn't your message, that's okay. There's other messages that'll be for you, but this will be for somebody out there. So we got to keep that in mind, okay? And I'm going to put some protection on. Spirit, please be with me. Please put my protective bubble of golden love and light to make us impenetrable from any weapons formed against us. Please put our invisibility shield on to make us undetectable from any weapons formed against us. And please put our golden armaments on to make us impenetrable from any weapons formed against us. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. I love you so much. I do. I really, really love you. I'm so grateful for all the support. I'm so grateful for all the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, and everybody that shows love and validates my psychic gift. I'm really, truly grateful. I couldn't be more happier with that. That is lovely. 1:44 on the clock. So let's tap in. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Let me think. Let's do a song. Or wait a second. I'm really feeling a book. Let's do the Bible. Okay. Hello from France. Hello. Bonjour. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that you're here. Welcome. Welcome all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spirit. Spirit, please tell me what you want me to know. Oh, the end of Solomon's reign. Kings 11. Solomon's riches and domestic affairs. King Solomon loved many foreign women. Besides the daughter of Pharaoh, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, Hittites, from nations of which the Lord had said to the Israelites, "You shall not join with them, they shall not join with you, lest they turn your hearts to the gods." But Solomon held them close in love. He had as wives 700 princesses and 300 concubines, and they turned his heart. What? 700 princesses and 300 concubines? So we're talking about a player. Bonjour. We're talking about a player. When Solomon was old, his wives had turned his heart to follow their gods, and his heart was not entirely with the Lord, as the heart of David his father had been. Solomon followed Astarte, the goddess of the Sidonians, and Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. Solomon did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he did not follow the Lord unreservedly, as David his father had done. Solomon then built a high place to Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, and to Molech, the abomination of the Ammonites, on the mountain opposite Jerusalem. He did the same for all his foreign wives who burned incense and sacrificed to their gods. Wow. And the next line is, the Lord became angry with Solomon because his heart turned away from the Lord. Okay. So someone's not, nothing. Spirit said nothing. So this is some king or man that is a maybe a man of authority, or somebody who is like an emperor in reverse, you know, he has concubines, and and he's not like his father David, who was a God-fearing man. This person sacrifices to possibly, it says, other idols. It says goddess of Sidonians, abomination of the Ammonites, gold. He cares about gold. He cares about women. his kingdom's being threatened right now because of his false because of his false idols, and all his concubines also, all 300 of them also serve false idols. So the Lord became angry with him because his heart turned away from the Lord. You have not kept my covenant, you have not kept my statutes. Wow. So this is someone who may have broken some commandments, may have sinned. But it seems like yes, Spirit said yes, his kingdom is falling. Let's see what he did. Let's tap in. Okay, we have a King Solomon of sorts. Possibly someone who has authority, or who's like a wealthy man, or somebody who may have a lot of women under his belt. Or men, take it as it resonates. It could be about a woman. You have to take it as it resonates. Spirit, what is happening? What's happening? Let's get a higher perspective.
5.
Spirit said 5. So there could be 5 people possibly that did a ceremony, a magical ceremony. Okay. Ugh. Someone did a magical rite. Okay, they're worshiping false idols, just like the Bible said. So what's happening with them? What's happening now? Oh, they're experiencing dullness. They're experiencing dullness. Dullness, disappointment, isolation. They could be possibly, doesn't it look like a window with the light coming in? They could possibly be sat down by God. God might be sitting this person down, or they might be sick, because this person's in a hospital bed. Someone could potentially be sick. What else? So someone who of authority has been dibble-dabbling in the boobity-bops, and what else is new? And God is mad at them. They're disappointed. God is like, why do you keep doing this? They could potentially be sick, or they could have read something, because I see a document here. They could potentially be being sat down by God, and God is like, we gotta talk, okay? What you doing? Why are you doing it? Why aren't you listening to me? Real estate, wealth, investment, a mega project. This person could have cramp. This person could have tried to invest in something. They could have made some kind of investment, some kind of mega project. They could have potentially bought a house. Maybe they did black magic to buy a house. But now they're alone. They're in isolation. And they're angry. And they're being very angry. They're angry. They could be going through some kind of unpleasantness, some madness, probably because they dabbled in the boobity bops. What happened with this investment? Why are they angry about this investment they made? Because they thought they were going to gain something. They thought they were going to gain something. They thought they were going to gain profit. They thought they were going to cultivate something out of this. They used magic to basically get something. And it didn't work. Something didn't work. Something with some kind of investment they made. They could be possibly in the middle of some kind of gossip, or being bullied, or they could have possibly been bullied to do magic. They could have possibly been it says unwillingness. I'm really drawn to unwillingness. They could have had an unwillingness to do this magic. There could have been somebody that talked them into it. And And now they're experiencing the backfire of the magic because they didn't get what they wanted. So they could potentially be going through loneliness, fury, because whatever they did, sound. Yeah, I think that there are some bullies that this person is incorporated with in their inner circle that could have possibly bullied them to do magic. Bribe, persuasion, I cannot make it up. Someone persuaded this person. They made it sound really good. They could have potentially bribed them. Hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. A temptation. It says temptation. There might be two females that could have bullied a male to invest in something, a mega project. They could have been enticed by some kind of bribe or temptation to do it, but now something's gone wrong. Homeless. This person's a homeless. Ethan. This person, it's right under real estate. Now what they wanted with some house is now a failure. They've been cast away. Why were they cast away? What happened? I mean, I know they did magic, but what happened? Profession, expertise, omniscience, talent. They thought that this was going to work. They thought that it was something that was perfected. They may have gone to a professional who said, "Yeah, I got this. This is easy. I do this all the time, you know." But I don't but it's under the fury, under unpleasantness. So offense, some kind of offense. This person, Spirit, tell me if I'm wrong, but this person could have confronted this professional about what's going on because everything's going wrong after they were promised or talked into doing something they didn't really want to do to begin with. And now they're experiencing some kind of fury. They could have possibly went to this professional like, what the hell? You said it was going to work. You said this was going to happen. What's under gain? Tell me about gain. Sure. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me about gain. Stubbornness. Selfish. Selfness, mutish attitude, and arrogance. This person was so confident in this professional, they really put all their eggs in one basket. They were stubborn. They had an unwillingness to do this magic boobity bop to begin with. And watch out. They didn't watch out for themselves. They didn't listen to their intuition. They were stubborn. They closed their ears. They kept believing this they kept believing this professional. This professional promised them everything they desired. They basically persuaded them. They bullied them. They bullied them into doing it. They talked them into it. Yeah, I promise. I do this all the time. It's going to work. It's going to work. This is going to work. I've done it like 800 times. Well, what went wrong this time? Spirit, what went wrong this one time after doing it so many times? Indulgence. Indulgence. They could have... I think this professional also may have overindulged in convincing people they have a skill set they don't have, you know. They may have overindulged in really pushing with the peer pressure to do something that someone didn't want to do. Judgment. They're under judgment. Spirit has them under judgment. That's why. Oh, shit. Self-love. self-healing, independence under temptation. This person missed the mark. This person was supposed to take a different route. This person was supposed to do something different. They're supposed to go on their self-love journey. But instead they overindulged in, hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. They overindulged with possibly 3 people that tempted them, that bullied them, that convinced them, even though they knew, when you get that feeling that you question something, you're like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. If you keep questioning someone because you're unsure and they keep on giving you the runaround and, yeah, I've done it before, it's totally going to work, I promise, you'll get this and that and the other, you have to question their motives, because why are they working so hard to convince you to do something that clearly you didn't want to do to begin with? Okay? So this is a classic case of peer pressure and not standing up for yourself. This person, if they they should have exited. They should have exited this situation, because then they would have some calm and some inner peace. But now they're facing homelessness and loneliness. What else, Spirit? What else can we tell this person? Apology. They want to apologize to someone. They have a confession. They want forgiveness. They overindulged in something that they were too stubborn to see, and they got mad at this professional, and the professional's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know this would happen. But the professional had too much pride. They were stubborn. They couldn't, for some reason, they kept doing something over and over again, thinking that it was going to be different or it was going to work. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. Time after time. They kept doing it, expecting like something to change. Spirit, what else? What are you telling us? Let me get some different cards. Let's see. Let's do some apple cards. We'll get some knowledge on the matter. Spirit, why did this person not want to stop? Why did this person not want to stop doing what they're doing? Why were they so stubborn? My bedroom. No one knows what goes on behind closed doors. Right on top of magic right. They were doing sex magic. They were overindulging in sex magic, and I don't know, it must have been something that worked many times. Tautly. It was something they've done in the past that worked over and over again. But that's why there's so much magic. Bates Motel. They didn't want to stop because they're a psycho, okay? They didn't want to stop because they couldn't. They didn't have the psychological ability to quit. But now that everything's going wrong and people are coming to them angry. Like, what's happening? It's like they do this for a living or something. Spirit, tell me about this person who does magic for a living. United Nations. The UN was founded in 1945 after World War II ended. Its mission is to maintain world peace, if we ever achieve it, that is. On top of real estate or mega project. They didn't want to stop because they wanted to accomplish a mega project that they started. They started it because they had some wacky idea that this mega project that they started, it's like they couldn't stop because they started it. They were so convinced that it was going to work, that it was going to maintain their peace, that it was going to be something achievable. They were so convinced. Why were they so convinced? Spirit said, Ryan, why were they so convinced this was going to work? John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the U.S., ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Because they thought it was going to get them wealth. They thought it was going to bring them peace, inner peace or something. It was like they were so invested in doing this, and they would even talk other people into doing it. Like, yeah, if I know that this is going to happen, but why did these people believe them? The Renaissance, revival of art, literature, and learning, which began in Italy in the 1300s and spread across Europe, kind of like espresso bars, because it made them feel high off power. That's why espresso is caffeinated, because it gave them the feeling of power. It gave them a feeling of control. That's why. But they were glazed donuts. They were sugarcoating it. They knew exactly. They knew. They knew exactly that this was not a good idea, but they were too stubborn. They were too stubborn to admit it because they didn't want people to view them as unprofessional. Oh my gosh. So they were sugarcoating what they were capable of doing, and now people are experiencing homelessness, anger, loneliness, pride. They're losing their investments. Why did this person think they were so professional? Clearly not. Probably, Spirit said. Boisterous. Because they like to show off. They had to be the center of attention. Everybody was like, oh, what? I just have to have sex with you and I'll get this? Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Is anything ever that easy? No. You have to have sex. Yeah, no. To manifest anything you want, it doesn't work like that. Honorable and reversible. They took the easy way out, and then it became such an obsession of them that they couldn't stand the anybody not viewing them as professional is what it was. It was their ego. Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father, and you don't write and you don't call nothing. This person lied to these people on purpose because they were too stubborn to admit that Richard Nixon, that they were unprofessional, that they didn't know everything. They didn't know everything. The 37th President of the United States and only president to resign from office, at least that's what the tapes say. Yeah, they kept on talking a big game, sugarcoating it like a sugar glazed donut. But really, it's nothing. It's sad, really. They overindulged in having sex magic because they were too proud to admit that they complicated. They kept from people, they kept from everyone involved how difficult it would be if it backfired. There's something they didn't account for. What didn't they account for? Something crude happened. Something with self-love. Something about shy. Something about self-love. Tell me about this self-love and calm. Fort Knox. American military post in Kentucky containing the greater part of the gold reserve at the U.S. government. Because someone they were trying to get gold out of was practicing self-love. Well, I don't do magic. I don't know a lot about magic. I only know what I've been learning from the reads. And what I've been learning is that when you do magic on someone who's healed their wounds, who has like a higher frequency, magic won't work on them. So maybe these people like do magic on this person does magic on people for a living or something. Perhaps they like gain wealth or whatever. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but I know from reading the reads that people do it. This professional, I think, came across someone that you can't do that with because they practice self-love and they meditate and stuff. So they have like a higher, they have confirmation, yay, they have like a higher vibration. So you can't do that with them. Interesting. So what's happening now? Now that it backfired. Oh my gosh, unnatural. There's unnatural things happening now. Abnormal, artificial, bizarre. Love. Spirit said love. I love you too, Spirit. So they got to go back to school. Going to school upside down, they got to go back to the drawing board because they had too much pride. Their pride got them in this situation because they encountered somebody. They do magic all the time on people who aren't healed. The one person who's earthy, yeah. They're a false person that does magic on people who are usually vibrating at the same as them, but they had a false sense of security because this one person they targeted, they met their match. This person has self-love, they're healed, they're not a matching vibration. So what happened? That's an important factor when it comes to magic, Spirit saying. It's significant. Hot. We're hot on the trail. So why doesn't it work? What happened? What's gonna happen? It started a war. Vietnam Memorial. The wall, built in 1982, was designed by 21-year-old architecture student Maya Lin. Because they were a young student of magic. They were an ignorant student. They thought that because they've done it to a lot of people, that they could do it to anyone, but they got jammed because this person thinks that they're like invincible or something. They think they're invincible, collective. But they must have come across you and you're like all healed and shit. Gossip. This is my second card about gossip. I think there's gossip going around now about them because of what they did. There's lots of people that are backbiting, petty. They're the one thing they didn't want to happen because they were trying to prevent people from seeing them as a professional. They didn't want people to see them as not a professional. Now they're gossiping about them because the magic backfired because they were arrogant. They're arrogant and egotistical, conceited, overconfident. I'm telling you. I hate you. Spirit said, someone here hates the person who's healed. Here, let me clear the field. Spirit, please clear the field of anything that is not my own. Ugh. This person's feeling a lot of emotions right now. They're definitely realizing their plight, I think. So what's gonna happen? What about all these people that did the magic with them? Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. They did it for money. They let themselves be talked into it for a sum of money, but they're not getting it. They're not going to get it. Oral surgery, you said a mouthful. They're not going to get it. Oh no. They put their foot in their mouth thinking they're going to get a Wheel of Fortune because they thought that this was going to be a momentous, substantial investment. And it ended up being a wall for the Vietnam Memorial because they're not gonna make it. Now they're the talk of the town because they had to be arrogant. They gotta go back to school now. They gotta go back to Earth School because they missed the mark. Commuting, the daily grind, and we're not talking coffee. These people grind. They grind. They grind for this. They worked hard. They had sex with lots of people. And Meryl Streep, they put on a good act. They put on a good act and could have possibly ruined a lot of people's lives. Flying monkeys. They talked a lot of people. They talked a good game. They sugarcoated a lot of things. And now, I don't know. Let's find out what's going to happen. Let's find out. How can we find out? All right. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us. I love you so much. Please continue giving us the messages that you want us to know. They have resentment, another anger card. They have resentment. They regret doing this. Picture in reverse. Now they're being nostalgic of the past. They're remembering times before they decided to do this to people. They're looking for stability and security, but they don't have any. They don't know how to find it. I feel bad for them. They're in confusion. Spirit, how can they fix it? A new beginning. They're going to have to take another direction. Woody. Spirit said Woody. Spirit said Woody. Maybe their nickname's Woody. Attachment. They could have an attachment that prevents them from starting over or a new direction. But Spirit suggests that they stop doing what they're doing. But they have resistance. They have resistance probably because they made it their profession. You know, they've been doing it for so long, they made it something that they do all the time. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions. They're messed up now because of the magic. That's what magic does to you guys. That's why Spirit says, magic is just something that is a temptation to see if you'll use it. If you use it, you can heal from it, but you have to understand that you can't fix magic with magic, and you can't magically get everything you want and magically you just have everything you want. You have to understand the consequences of manipulating energy and manipulating other people. This person was too prideful to tell people the truth. They lied to get people on their team, and they even peer pressured people and bribed them with temptations that they couldn't deliver because they came across somebody. They were an ignorant student. They only did magic on people that matched their vibration, but 333 on the clock, but they finally found somebody who was on a higher vibration, and they still tried to do it anyway. Well, they learned a hard lesson, that's for sure. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. All these people are mad at them, and finality, farewell, leave it behind, closure. These people are just going to have to walk away. They're going to have to just take a loss and go through some karma and for doing this magic, and because it backfired, it didn't work, it didn't stick, and they're going to have to admit defeat now. Not defeat, I don't want to say defeat, but they have to understand that they need just a new direction. It's not the magic is never going to make right what they did. All right, let me see. Is that it? I was going to do an unfuck yourself, but I can't find it, so I guess I'm not going to do it. Well, Brian could be significant. Well, I hope this helps. Don't use magic. You can't use magic to get what you want. It'll always backfire in the end eventually. And I hope it helps. Love you guys. See ya.